Good afternoon, folks. It's Dave Thompson. I am your host here this afternoon for, another podcast. However, I've got something for you. As you can tell, we're live on the air with a couple of people. I'll tell you about them in a moment. We have the podcast Beyond Clean with ACE. It is, I don't know, you probably have heard about this. Yes, it's the Rock Star Custodian program, and we're in the voting currently underway for the finalists. Now, there's 8 finalists all across the, international world. And today I have with me, as you can see, 2 individuals, Adora and Ken. Now, I'm not going to tell you a whole lot about it because they can introduce themselves far better than I can. And you didn't come here to listen to me, but the reason you came in is to listen to why Keneth Lindsey, a custodian at, let me get this right, Hollyvale Innovation Academy in Victoriaville, California. Welcome to the show, folks.
Hi, thank you for having us.
How you doing?
Okay, so Adora, let's talk a little bit about, basically why Ken is involved, and let's go through who you are and who Ken is, and I'll leave the show for you guys.
Okay. Hi, I'm Adora Sayre, and I'm the principal at Hollyvale Innovation Academy. I just became the principal. I was the assistant principal here, and I've known Kenny for the last 4 years. Miss Erath and I nominated Kenny for this because we just see him as an outstanding citizen, a great community member. He cares about students. So not only does he take pride in his job and what he does, but he does everything he can to ensure happiness and safety of our students and our faculty. And so that's why we nominated Keneth Lindsey.
So Ken, a little bit about you. How did you come be a custodian, and how long you been doing it?
It's been a journey. It's always been a part of just my growing up, my upbringing. I've always been a person that liked a certain order, cleanliness, places to be sanitary, environment to be safe. So it's always been a part of me. It just hasn't been refined or reached its peak until I became a actual custodian at an elementary later on in life.
Later on in life, when did you get started being a custodian then?
I got started officially with the school district as a custodian back in 2014.
Okay. What did you do before that?
Before that, I had a job with the sanitation waste management in Texas. I was the waste management scale operator. So we would weigh the trucks in, dispose of the trash and whatnot. So I got the opportunity to experience waste management at a different level. And sanitation at a different level than what everybody else would think of a trash man.
You know what? Somebody's going to probably sit in here thinking as they watch our podcast this afternoon, probably thinking, now this guy's been dealing with waste for a while.
Yeah. So I work with City of Riverside Parks and Recreation. So we dealt with, cleaning up facilities and making them safe for the community there. Several other jobs descriptions fit the same profile throughout my career of employment.
So since 2014, you've been a custodian there at Hollyvale?
Yes.
And what's your current position today?
I'm the daily custodian. I started off as a substitute custodian. The job presented itself to me when the lead was on a long-term leave. So I was able to come in and fill in that spot. And I came with the objective to make sure I do what I can to provide the school and the children a safe and clean environment that I grew up in, that I came up under good custodians that took care of the schools. One guy in particular, I always reminded of him, he always had a smile no matter what throughout the day. And that kind of just stuck with me. to who I am today. It wasn't something that I thought about as graduating from high school. It was more just, hey, go to the NBA, play football, and and go to the NFL. But that didn't happen. So life hits, and you just make adjustments as you can. And the position came available as a night custodian. I applied for it. I was able to do that for about 8 months, and then the day lead position came available, and then I've been here ever since. So.
Adora, now I understand why you say you see him a lot. He's a day lead. Everybody gets to see him. So the whole community knows Ken.
Yes. And the thing about Kenny is, like, in the mornings, we're often short proctors, and he notices that. He goes out, he'll grab the stop sign or just use his hand. He directs traffic. He makes sure the students are getting across safely. Or if we have somebody covering out there, he's covering in the cafeteria if we're short people, to make sure that the students are getting their breakfast and that they're eating their breakfast. And that's the thing. He doesn't just come in and do his job and do it well. He sees where there are needs and he steps in.
Now, folks, as you're listening to this and watching the two talk about this from California, I'm in Orlando. And this is the great thing about what we've all learned in the last 24 months. We can do this stuff. I know we're in the custodial industry and what we do for a living, but look at what we can do. There's 9 personality traits in the word custodian, and that's the way this program is broke down. This is not a monetary award. This is not a popularity contest. This has some real meat to the matter. So could you go through a little bit? Why did you nominate Ken? I mean, above everybody else that you've worked with.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Well, like I was saying, is one, aside from doing his job, that his normal responsibilities, he's always going above and beyond. As he was talking about seeing custodians smile all the time, no matter what is going on, he's always smiling, always greeting the students. He will put on music in the solarium, and he'll either put on like fun dance music on Friday so they can dance, or if he sees they're a little rambunctious because of the weather or whatever, he puts on kind of calming music. But he always sets the tone in we call it the solarium, but in our cafeteria, he helps set the tone for that. So like Fridays, it's going to be like, oh, we're going to have some good dance music going on, But then like Mondays when it's windy and the kids are all, he's like, okay, we're going to put on some kind of soothing music to help set the tone. He's always getting different activities together. Like, he loves sports, so he'll be out there when the kids are doing their lunch recess and facilitating sports activities with them, teaching them football. He's involved in so many things at our school site, including our leadership team. Not during the pandemic, but we've done what we call the Great Hesperian Relay, which is a huge fitness relay race. And he's been an integral part of that, helping facilitate that. Our basketball clubs. I could go on and on for days. He's just extremely involved. His kids also used to go to the school, but even so, not being there, he's still just out there involved in every part of our community.
Look at him back there. He doesn't know how to handle all this praise. It's like,
too much.
But folks, as you're talking about this, communication is the first letter. That's the first attribute. Analyze what you've done. You've said he communicates with people. He's analyzing the situation. Nurturing is one of them. All of that interaction with the kids, nurturing them. I think determination and integrity is in there. I think you hit those two.
Absolutely.
And this is the reason we have this international award, because I think, would you agree that most people do not see, Kenny, a custodian in this light? It's just something you do, but really this is who we are.
Exactly. Yeah. They don't see that aspect. They just say, oh, he's a cleaner, but that would be more of the students that I have seen go through each level from 1st to 6th grade. And they go, Mr. Kenny, thank you for cleaning up. Mr. Kenny, do you need help? We haven't had much help or anybody assisting since the pandemic, but they are there, and now they get to see me in a different light, because outside of school, I officiate high school sports. So now they get to see, hey, Mr. Kenny, I know him. I said, hey, I know you too, Mr. Kenny. I don't live at the school, but I do have a life. So that kind of helps out, and the parents will be like, oh, who's that guy? Oh, that's Mr. Kenny. Oh, okay. So now,
you mean you're a real person outside of the toilets? Yeah, it was interesting because the guy that I talked to yesterday from here in Florida, it was the same scenario. Whenever he went out in the community, they knew him. They even said, I went to your school. They were telling they thought it was his school.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you go to school too out there, Kenny?
Yeah, they think I live here. So yeah, that's good. That's good to see. When my first graduating sixth grade class was the class of 2000. So I got to see them go, and some of them starting to have children now, and they see me and I say, yeah, I know you.
Hey, I'm right there with you, pal. I'm celebrating 50 years. You know, you're talking 2000. That's 20 years. Yes, we watch these people grow. We're a part of their lives in a very, sometimes we really have a lot of impact.
Yeah,
definitely. Definitely have a huge impact. And then as far as his work, he is the lead to our night custodian. He makes sure that that his schedule is set and in a way that he can meet those needs. They communicate well with each other. They overlap sometimes so that they can make sure that the school is being sanitized, and especially during this time with the pandemic and all the new equipment that we're using, he's ensuring that all of those key things that have to be done are getting done, and then scheduling so that we can make sure that all the regular normal things like trashing out the rooms and things like that get done. So he's very, very organized. He makes sure to communicate with the office staff to ensure that we have all the supplies and things that we need so that the job can be done effectively. Like I said,
and you're hitting on a very valid point, folks, is during the pandemic, and as we still go forward, we still have these challenges still ahead of us. Things have changed, but yet our role in the community hasn't changed that much.
Right.
Correct.
I mean, is that right?
Correct.
That's absolutely correct.
Do you feel, Kenny, that people value what you do more than they used to over the last couple of years?
I think I have a lot more awareness now. Since the pandemic, they pay more attention to, I guess, more detail, and not just look at someone who just cleans up versus, a person who does maintenance, keeping the facility up and running as best as possible, providing a safe environment for their child, to grow, come up in, and while they're here at school, they know that, all right, Mr. Kenny's there, we're in good hands.
So you said that you've watched some of those kids grow up, and they're now having kids. Are you going to watch those kids grow up there too?
We'll see. We'll see. That was 2014. That was the first class. I have some people that I went to school with and graduated. Their children are going here. They moved up the hill in the same area. Hey, man, I remember you from. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hey, okay. Well, all right, man. It's like, all right, they're good with you here. So that's comforting. That's something good to know. The atmosphere and the environment is definitely a positive environment, a safe, environment to be around. The camaraderie within, the staffs, that's on the all-time high. I like how everything is just flowing here. We're a small school. I'm the only day custodian. We have a night custodian, and with the numbers that we have, we do the best that we can to accommodate both, the needs on the day shift and the night shift, so that he doesn't get burnt out and I don't get burnt out, and for the longevity of the school. My children went here, his children go here, so
So how many principals have you went through and you still yet have to go?
This will be the third principal. Yeah, this will be the third principal since 2014 since I've been.
Well, so Adora, you just got started as principal, so it sounds like Kenny and you're going to be around together for a while.
It sounds like it. That's okay.
It sounds that way.
No problem.
I'm like, please.
So now, as you said that, I thought you were just kind of saying, well, there's only like a couple of you or so, but I want to tell you, last year, one of the two, we awarded the Rock Star Custodian of the Year to two people, and one of those was a custodian at East Glacier Park, Montana. He was the only custodian in the building total.
Man, amazing.
So, folks, what I'm telling you as you're listening to this, it doesn't matter how large or how small or how many people's involved. This is about the person. So, before we go, Adora, let's give the listeners why they should vote for Mr. Kenny.
Okay, I would like to say you guys need to vote for Mr. Kenny. One, because he's an integral part of the community. He is one of the most honest people I know, hardworking, dedicated, somebody whose heart is truly in it for the students and the community and the staff. He's innovative. He comes up with wonderful ideas of how to make the school more updated, modern, bring joy to the kids. Just truly, honestly, not is he only good at his job, but he's just a good all-around person who truly cares about the students and the community.
Folks, you've been listening to Adora and Mr. Kenny, I'll say that. We are powered by Jim Supply, a supplier of goods here in Central Florida, and we're happy to be powered by them. Now, I'm going to read from my note page here, just to make sure I get all this right. Voting is open now. So as you're listening to this, live or recorded, podcast or video, go vote for Mr. Kenny. And that is open until December the 15th. Now, directly after the turn of the year, if you're thinking about this, you like what you've heard, and you go, hey, I know somebody. Anybody can nominate anybody, as long as it's not yourself, come the first of the year for the Rock Star Custodian for 2022. So think about it as you're listening to this. I think I've got everything. Oh, no, wait a minute. No, if you wanted to get the website so you can go and vote, it's www.rockstarcustodian.com. Now, you're going to have to scroll down because Mr. Kenny by K is not at the top, but hey, that's all right. Just, use that little button, scroll on down, find Mr. Kenny. There's a button there. You can read all about what Adora had to say and see all the things, and everything. But Kenny, I got a football for you.
Okay.
Thought it was funny. Maybe I should have said basketball. You said NBA. Maybe it's basketball.
Basketball, football.
Okay, so cast my pass here. You've been doing this for a while, and I noticed that you got a little bit of gray going on in the beard there. Yeah. Well, see, if I grew my beard, it'd be the same color as my shirt. What's on your personal bucket list away from Hollyvale? Now, see, folks, I told him I was going to throw him. I told him I was going to throw something at him.
That's very good.
Hey, I passed it to you, so you've got the final word here, my friend.
Just, I would like to maybe it's not a whole bunch of stuff, but I'll say that I would like to just go out in nature for about a good couple of weeks and just get away. And then just get away. If I learn how to fish and do that type of stuff, I would like to just get away and be able to take some time to just get out.
Where would be that prime spot in the world? I mean, you're going to travel abroad and go fishing over in, or you
I would say somewhere in the South where there's greenery.
Okay,
so come down to Florida.
Well, you know what? Whenever you do, you get hold of me and we'll set you up.
Okay. Yeah, I just like the outdoors. So yeah, just want to get away.
So folks, you've been listening to two people. We want you to vote. Get it out to the community. Tell your friends. Tell everybody. Everybody that knows Mr. Kenny, go vote. Spread the word. You have roughly about 45 days. We'd love to have you do that. Share it. And remember to put in nominees for next year. Folks, it's been great to have you on the show today. And good luck.
Thank you. Vote for Kenny.
All right, David, thanks.
Vote for
Appreciate
Kenny.
you.